There used to be a top secret government weapon. Every day I would train, and the government would send me to do the jobs their military couldn't do. I was the man who hid in the shadows. I was the ghost in the enemy's eyes. My skills are that beyond any human. I talk as if I'm not a human. I guess I'm not. One day, I was betrayed. A fellow comrade. I will never forget him. My life is now in shambles as I cross these lands in hopes of finding him and killing him. I was once beloved by my government, and now I'm hunted by them, forced to live as a scum, as they would have it, a thug, a common enemy of the state. But I will never stop until my vengeance is had. My name is unimportant. What's important is my story. And what happens next? Every town anew, but the same old story. I find money the best way I can. And since I can't get a job, I have to steal it. Of course, it's quite easy for me. I have the training of a killer. It makes my life a little easier. But I'm known now. I have to find a new change of clothes, new identity, new town. Listen, I can find my ruiner. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was approaching a new town. Sandy Shores, they called it. Yeah, I remember that place. That's where it all began. At least for this particular story of my life. It was a dusty day. The roads were a mess. I lost traction on a dirt road. Crashed my car into a fence. The place seemed mostly uninhabited, save for a few rednecks. Probably didn't even remember me. Probably didn't even know I was running through. I remember I originally had trouble finding the place. I ended up walking the desert for some quiet time. But it was that night. And that night fell upon me, my life changed. I didn't realize it then. But something had happened. Something changed within me. When I arrived there, one of the greatest adventures of my life began. And it all started at that night. I remember first having to find clothes. The ones I was wearing were known. Had a police seen me, I would have been chased for sure. Thankfully, they were known. I could hear a train approaching though. And finally, I arrived in the place. The place seemed mostly desolate. Few people here and there. Not very many cars on the road. Not much of a road. But it had what I needed. Had a place where I could create anew.
Do you know how you want it done? Thanks for stopping by.
I couldn't believe what I had to do. It still scars me. At least I wouldn't be noticed now. Could probably help myself out by losing the shirt. With a new look, I was able to get around town much easier. As the night approached, I knew I needed to find a place to rest. Unfortunately, I would not be yielded such gifts. No. It turned out that that night, the entire town was murderous cannibals. How to survive. The only way I knew how. With a gun. Huh? What are they doing? Picking the wrong fight. They insist. Let's see what they can do. Even though I knew I wasn't gonna make it out of this one alive. It's one man versus an army. At best, I knew I could survive the night. They came in numbers far greater than I ever expected. The little town came alive when they get hungry. I found various ways of surviving, using every one of my skills. But again, I didn't think I would survive the night. Because I am only one man. No matter how well trained I am, I can only do so much. I can only hope my bullets are doing enough damage. They were. But I had no choice. I was not gonna let my ruiner live. Well, I died in some hillbilly town, getting eaten alive. I was not about to let such a thing happen. At any cost, I was gonna live. They started using bigger guns. Miniguns. No idea where they even got such great weapons. But they had them. Not that it mattered. I still killed them. It's what I do. One by one. Didn't matter what they had, didn't matter what they were. They all died the same death. No matter what they were, how they looked, they were getting harder to kill. I'd been fighting for hours. I was tired, to say the least. But something kept me going. Something kept me alive. And I still, to this day, can't tell you what it was. That anger. It was power. I controlled that whole field. No matter how many there were, they were nothing. And I knew it. They knew it. but I owned every one of them. The day they challenged me was the day they stopped existing. And that is when I decided, just maybe, I wasn't designed to be a soldier, but rather a hero. But not a hero of the people. No. A hero for the people who can't be. A hero that isn't afraid to kill, if need be. They wanted to start playing dirty. I could do that. I was able to salvage some of their own guns. Use it against them. They wanted to play dirty. So did I. Every single last one of them. They all fell. And me, I drove off. As if nothing actually happened. I made a mental note to never return to this town. But with that being said, I now have some past demons to go kill. It's time I face up for my crimes. We'll see where I end up. Like I said, I changed that day. I turned from being a monster to a hero.